All right, I think we're good. As some of you may have noticed, and have noticed because you've messaged me, hi Mom, I'm not on Facebook. I mean, I am. I have a profile you can go to, but it almost looks like I've blocked you. I don't know. That's what my mom thought. Sorry, Mom. There's a lot of reasons into it. It's not like a statement against Facebook's political stances or Facebook's privacy breaching. It's nothing like that. It's just literally I was spending too much time on Facebook arguing with people and it was ruining my life. So I'm gonna stop it. Sorry. Okay, Cupid. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm not doing it anymore. I've told myself for a while that I want to make more stuff. I want to create content. I want to finish all these projects that I have, and I wasn't doing it. I think a lot of that was because there's just too much going on in my life. 2 years ago, I sold just about everything that I had, and I bought a camera, and I bought a laptop, and I told myself that I'm going to start taking photos of everything and having an online presence, a real one, full of videos and photos and music and writings and all these great things, these things that I do, these things that people tell me I'm so good at and need to do and need to continue that I just never do. And I just wasn't doing it. I think a lot of that was because I had too much, hence the selling everything and having just a bare minimum. But I think it was just too much online too. I think with Facebook, it's such an easy platform to get caught up in seeing what everybody else is doing and to posting little like, this is what happened to me today. That all of my creative energy went into thinking about something quirky and putting it on there and just getting like 20 likes on a status, which I know isn't a whole lot, but I don't have a whole lot to work with. I'm only an A cup. I use what I got. Actually, probably a little bit more of a B now. This is my favorite shirt right now, not only because it's a cool shirt, it says Bard on it, but because it's also one of the few shirts that I can wear right now that fits me well and like doesn't show off my curves, because I've been gaining weight and it's not fun. And I think that's another thing that Facebook, I was getting enough positive feedback from people that I was monitoring what I was saying. I was too busy engaging in too many of the negative aspects of Facebook and getting a positive like reinforcement from those rather than posting other things that I love doing and highlighting other things, other aspects of my life. And I think this will be a good chance for me to distance myself from this online friend group that I have on Facebook if I just can't see what's going on. So if you're watching this video and you want to comment, you want to like, go right ahead, but I'm probably not going to see it. I've been debating what I want to do moving forward. And if I want to create like a separate like fan page type of thing, not as a, hey, I want to get internet famous and I'm going to do vlogs and that sort of thing and look at this online following him. Obviously that would be cool, that would be great, but everybody wants that and it's not going to happen. We're in an oversaturated thing. YouTube is dying, Facebook is dying, we're looking for the next thing and it's just not going to happen for me. I'm okay with that. I'm doing this for myself really. But I think this second page would be a little bit more of a buffer, you know, where I can interact with people but not have it be my main page. Or I could be completely wrong and it'll just spiral back into me having a Facebook page and not doing anything. That's very likely too. I am known to never finish things that I start out. I don't really know where else I'm gonna go with this other than, you know, why today of all days, I guess. It's a Monday, it's a pretty busy Monday. You know, I've got some meetings here at the studio. I should be cleaning it right now, but I'm not. I'm just sitting down with the camera on a tripod in front of the light, just talking to a camera to people that are going to see this, then I won't see their responses. Where's I going with this? Right, why today? I had a kind of a shit day today. Nothing bad happened, but a lot of little things happened that just irritated me. I didn't sleep well last night, but that's the story of my life these days. I've been taking those melatonin gummies, and I think that either it takes time for your body to get used to them or like they just straight up don't work for me because I get more restless when I take them. So, but I keep saying like, oh, I bought them, I'm gonna eat them, plus they taste really good. So I didn't sleep well last night. I woke up, but I was gonna be going on a road trip for work today, which was great. I love road trips. I love driving. That's why I've seen 24 out of the 48 continental states in a car. I love driving. So I took my grandpa's pickup into work today, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna use that for the trip. Load the stuff in the back. I'll drive 2.5 hours north, 2 hours north into Vermont. It'll be fine. But no, I ended up taking this huge truck, which is awful for long road trips because it's not comfy and it's like super wide. And I don't like taking big things on highways because you can't take them that fast, but you have to because you're on the highway. The suspension's really weird on it. If you don't have 4,000 pounds in the back, it bounces every freaking bump on the road. So you're like bouncing all the time. And it's constantly pulling to the right. So I'm driving 2.5 hours north in this big, bouncy, heavy truck that's constantly pulling to the right. And I bring my Alexa. I have an Alexa for a car. It's not out yet. I signed up for like a test period and I finally was able to buy it and test it out. And I love it for the most part. It has some issues, but I'm really enjoying it. I use it for long car rides because I can just tell it to put on music, literally anything that I want, or I can run through to-do lists for things that I need to do, obviously. I can even call and text people through it. It's fantastic. And so I'm on this trip and I'm listening to music, I'm doing whatever, and then I need to charge my phone. So like, great, I unplug the Alexa, I plug in my phone, I put the Alexa on top of the dash, and in this truck there's this big flat dash with a little rectangle cut out in it, sunk in and grooved, specifically made for you to be able to put stuff up there so it doesn't go anywhere. Well, hit a bump in this bouncy, awful big truck, and I'm assuming my Alexa flew somewhere in the cab. I noticed that it wasn't in the top dash anymore. So I pulled over at a rest stop and I couldn't find it anywhere in the cab. I looked kind of hard, but it was raining. Oh, that's another part of the story. So I've got $6,000 worth of plates in the back. These really precision ground plates, right, that I'm driving 2.5 hours north into Vermont for the next part of the process for them. And they're steel. Metal, when it gets wet, rusts. Everybody knows this. Can't have that. So I'm driving up, it starts to rain, there's no tarp over them, so I gotta pull over on the side of the road, throw a tarp over it, and strap that down in the rain. And it's been like 105 degrees the past couple of days here, so I wasn't wearing a jacket, so I'm in the rain, super wet, throwing this tarp over, trying to strap it down, trying to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and I'm still driving 70 miles an hour on the highway, so like there's a good chance that like one gust of wind and there goes the tarp. So I'm stressing out over that, and I'm pretty sure this is the point in time where I pull over and the bouncing is what knocked the Echo into the cab near one of the doors. I could have opened the door to get out, boom, falls out on the ground. I don't notice it because I'm freaking out because of the rain. I'm trying to do all this, and next thing you know, boom, now I'm down in Alexa. It's sitting on the side of the road in Vermont somewhere getting rained on. Fantastic. Then what happened? So I finally continue on. Everything's fine up until I get to the exit, and the exit's closed. Fantastic. I don't know if you know anything about I-89 in Vermont, but it's like a limited access highway. So the exits are 10 miles apart. I can't go this exit, so I have to go 10 miles up the road into the next town up, navigate through that town and tail it back into this place 2.5 hours from home that I'm really not comfortable with. So I'm driving this big, bouncing, awful truck that's pulling to the right through this tiny, quaint New England town, trying to find my way back to this frickin' place. I finally get there. I go to unload and the guys there are like, oh yeah, we have a crane that we load the thing off of, but we can't get it if it's up against the back of the cab of the truck. So can you get in there and kind of like shimmy the thing out? Now these are heavy steel plates. Like, they're on a pallet. We got them in a truck for a reason, right? Heavy friggin' things. So I have to wrench these things back by myself. I don't have any gloves or anything. I'm just a delivery driver. I'm not anticipating having to like lift wood and drag wood. So I've got splinters all in my hand now from that. I'm like bleeding. Not anymore, but I was bleeding in the truck. And I'm hurting my back and I'm hurting my arms, and I finally get it out in time. They take it out and I go on my way, right? Get back into town, and I pulled into this parking lot for this little plaza where there's a McDonald's and a Hannaford's. I really wanted chicken nuggets from McDonald's, but I want to be healthy. As I said, it's my favorite shirt because I'm gaining weight. I want to eat healthy. I want to lose this weight. I don't have time or energy to exercise, so I got to do something. Change up my diet, maybe that'll help. I'm gonna go to the Hannaford's, and I've been to this Hannaford's before, and I know that there's a section when you go inside and take a right immediately, there's like protein shakes and all these healthy little snack things to just grab and go. And I'm like, this is perfect. I'll grab this, I'll go, I'll feel great, it'll be awesome. So I grab a protein shake and I immediately smell the pre-cooked food section. And I think they did that on purpose for me today because I'm weak. Oh, I'll just get their fried chicken that's here, completely negating the whole don't go to McDonald's thing. So I walk over there and they don't have the fried chicken that I'm looking for. Sign from the universe, just go get the healthy stuff and get in the car. No, what did I do? I got mozzarella sticks and jalapeno poppers instead. So I have this little box tray thing of mozzarella sticks and jalapeno poppers, and not just like a few, like too many, like far too many. And my protein shake, because in my head, like, I'm being healthy, I'm drinking a protein shake, and I'm just loading up on protein and fried cheese. Like, that's not like healthy. Like, so I get in line. I can't go to the self-checkout because I don't know how to use the fucking self-checkout things with the tray of the food, because you have to put in a specific code and then you weigh it, and I just don't know. I get stressed out. Can't do it. Go to the express line. Except the express line today isn't the express line at all because of two reasons. One, the person working the register is brand new, so they're being shadowed, and this person that's shadowing them is doing the very hands-on thing of like, okay, now what do you do? Then what if it was this? We'll just cancel it after. Do you mind if I practice? Yada, yada, yada. And two, because the woman in front of me, this sweet little old lady, was buying a bag of apples. Only a bag of apples, and I'm talking like 10 apples. I have no idea. Maybe she's making a pie. That's an old lady thing, right? I don't really know. She's doing that, and she's doing the old lady thing where like family clearly doesn't check up on her a whole lot, so she like has a lot to talk about. She doesn't use social media. She's not yabbering on to this camera for her friends to see. No, she has to talk to somebody. So she's talking to these people. One of them's new and one of them's shadowing, and they're just having this conversation like, oh, I remember when this, and it's like, so she pays and she leaves, and I step up and I hand this new girl the stings, and she's doing it and they're training her and whatever. And I go to pay and I put my credit card in and I look, and the apples that old lady was trying to buy are sitting right there. And I'm like, she didn't buy her apples. And I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm not gonna be like, oh, whatever. So I grab the apples and I turn and I run after her because she's like already out the door. Just like, she didn't have a basket. She wasn't pushing a cart. She just literally like brought this bag of apples, put it down and left. I don't know. So I'm running after her. I'm like, oh, you forgot your apples? And she goes, oh yeah, I was too busy talking. I forgot my apples. And I'm like, obviously, like we were all there. We saw what happened. You don't need to tell me that that's what happened. I know that that's what happened. And she tries to have a conversation with me because she's old and she's lonely. And she's like, oh, well, thank you. So it's nice to see kind people these days. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. My credit card is still in the friggin' machine sitting there for the world to see. Just take and run off. I don't know. I get up there and I finish paying and I get back in the truck and I'm like, whatever. The long part of the day's over. Now I just gotta drive home, right? I'm gonna enjoy my food. Take a bite of a jalapeno popper and the cheese gushes immediately and falls onto my pants. So now I've got a nice pair of pants with a big old spot of like nacho cheese sitting on it, because that's the kind of life that I'm living these days. So I go to leave and I remember, oh, the exit's closed. The exit, by the way, is right next to this McDonald's and this Hannaford's. But I can't take that exit because it was closed coming up, right? And my GPS isn't working because my phone's a piece of shit. Of course, today's the day it decides to really stop working. So I'm trying to find my way back through this tiny town in this huge, wide truck with nothing in the back, so it's even more bouncy because there's nothing weighing down the suspension. Finally make my way back onto the highway. I'm like, whatever. I can't listen to my Alexa because it's gone. I have no idea where it is. It's not in the cab, I don't think. I still haven't found it. I'm not sure. So I'm listening to stuff on my phone. I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation, whatever. I'm driving down the road and I get back to that exit that's next to the Hannaford's and the McDonald's. And of course it's open on this side getting back onto the highway. It was just the exit off of the highway to there, not getting back onto the highway. So I could have taken that exit the whole time and saved, like 40 minutes. The one positive thing that was keeping me going through this day was knowing that my cousins who are over from Ireland, who are amazing musicians and just we click so well creatively, that they were going to be coming into the studio and finishing up a song that we started the day before. And I get back into town and I have a text from my grandmother saying, oh, were you going to record today? We took the cousins out of state for dinner and a movie.